Hey friends, welcome back to another Seed Talk Express with Lisa and Layne. And today we have also Ellen. And so take it away, Layne.
All right. So yes, welcome everyone. This is another one of our Seed Talk Express episodes. So for anyone that doesn't know, Seed Talk Express is one of our shorter format episodes that we publish in between our full-length episodes on Thursdays. And on Seed Talk Express, we focus on just a single topic or a flower or a tool or a useful tip. And today, like Lisa mentioned, we are very fortunate to have with us Ellen Frost of Local Color Flowers. Hello, Ellen.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
Yes. So could you just introduce yourself and just mention a bit about your business just to give people some background?
Of course. My name's Ellen Frost. I'm the owner of Local Color Flowers. We are a floral design studio located in Baltimore, Maryland, and we source all of our flowers locally. So we do all the things that a conventional florist does, like weddings, events, retail, classes, subscriptions, but we do it all with local flowers.
Yes, perfect. So the topic for today, a lot of our listeners are obviously interested in flowers. Some people have a home cutting garden and they like bringing flowers into their home, or some people have flower-based businesses or they hope to. So what I wanted to get from Ellen today was a list of her top tools and supplies that she really thinks someone should have that is interested in flower arranging. And I also want to mention, as you're listening to this, that this would make a fantastic gift if you're putting something together for someone for the holidays or really any time of year. If you know someone that's interested in flowers or flower arranging, just be thinking of that as she's listing these things off, because how cute would that be to compile all these different tools and supplies and give it to someone as a gift. So go ahead, Ellen, take it away.
I love the idea of it being a holiday gift as a little package.
Yes.
That's
yes.
great. So number one, our most used tool are obviously our clippers. We use them every single day, every single arrangement. There's no getting around having a good pair of clippers. And for us, we use the Sabaton 1218. That is a Japanese company. We love that brand and that actual clipper because the grip on them is kind of on the smaller side. So if you have smaller hands, the opening is not very wide and the grip is kind of on the smaller side. So those are our favorite clippers, but you can, find a good pair of, gardening clippers. I think that's the number one thing. And then I would say like additional things. So think about mechanics. Everybody is looking for alternatives to Oasis and floral foam. So, helping somebody get a handle on their mechanics would be great. So something like, this is not very glamorous, but this is really like the things that you need to get started, right? You need a roll of good chicken wire. And I would say like a 1-inch hole for the chicken wire is about what we think is the best for design. That's like a hole that's big enough to keep flowers in place, but not so small that you can't fit large stems in there. So a good roll of chicken wire would be great. You might also think about like a frog or two. So floral frogs are another mechanic that we use a lot. I would highly recommend Floral Genius as the source for your flower frogs. They're the last American company making flower frogs, and they're a women-owned company. And the two that we use most are the pin frog and the little cup holder. They have tons of sizes and shapes available, but I would say anybody who's doing design at home would love to have a couple frogs on hand for their mechanics. So let's see. So you've got clippers, you've got mechanics, and then I would say, like, especially for somebody just getting started, a great idea is to have like 1 or 2 vases that are your go-to vases that you practice in all the time. So that way you can get a handle on how flowers work, how they behave in arrangements. But at least when you're starting, you don't have to worry about doing that in a different vase every time. So maybe finding like a potter or a ceramicist in your community who does vases, and find like 1 or 2, maybe one that you don't need any mechanics for. So maybe something in the like 4-inch by 4-inch kind of size. And then maybe something that you could use a mechanic in, that you could use a frog or a chicken wire in. And that might be something like a low bowl or a compote, something that has maybe a lower, wider opening, maybe like a 5 or 6 inch opening, but that's pretty shallow. So for me, like I have my 2 or 3 go-to vases at home. And when I bring flowers home, those are the 3 that I always practice in. So I have one compote, one little tiny vase, and then like a larger vase where I can use like taller stuff for. So I would say definitely those. And then if you want to get like a little bit, you know, like as people learn, they're going to start to try new things. So maybe some waterproof tape that you can also use to create a grid on any kind of vase.
Right.
So that's another mechanic. And then you might want to think about maybe some stem wire that just is going to help you if you want to, like we use stem wire sometimes in arrangements like for ranunculus or tulips when we want to take sort of a floppier stem and give it a little more oomph. So you might think about a little bit of stem wire for a florist getting started. But I would say like those are good tools to put together a little package for somebody and give somebody sort of the confidence to get started in floral design because they've got the right tools in front of them.
I love that. And I love the idea of the 2 different size vases to practice on.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a great tip. Lisa, do you have anything you would like to add to the list that you can think of?
Well, I think that that's really, really great. And actually, your shears are the same shears that we used, Ellen.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is, yeah. So we do have those. And so our favorite go-to vase, I think I'll just share this little tip. Our favorite go-to vase are gravy boats. They're short and they're wide, and most of us have them and never make gravy anymore, although we make gravy in our family. But they're just a perfect little tabletop vase. And so many of us have pretty ones that were our grandma's. And so that's kind of like a short, wide type.
Yep.
And really, you can use it with mechanics or without,
Or
as long as it's not clear. Yeah, so that is my go-to tip
I
is
love it.
gravy boats. Yeah.
Perfect.
I think I have a gravy boat here at home that I might try now.
Oh my goodness, we just love using
Ooh.
gravy boats.
That's awesome.
That's perfect. Yeah. And you can throw in some flower food too, and you have a complete package there. So
Yep.
Ellen, could you tell us a little bit about your new blog and what that's all about?
Yeah, I'd love to. Over the summer, we launched a new blog as part of our business called The Vicarious Florist. And for those of you who are thinking about floristry or just getting started, the blog is a great sort of behind the scenes look at what it's like to be a florist. And we cover all the things that florists do that you do not see on Instagram. So Instagram makes floristry look very glamorous in cases, very beautiful, which it is. But there are lots of behind the scenes that are day-to-day things, that are business things, that are bloopers, that are challenges. All of those things we cover in the blog. And I think it's great for newbies as well as experienced florists, or just like those people we say, the vicarious florists, people who want to look from the outside and see what it's like to be a florist. So if anybody's interested in checking it out, it's vicariousflorist.com, and we'd love you to see what we're doing.
And it is packed with good stuff. I can tell you that.
Yes. And how else can people connect with you?
Sure. You can find us at Local Color Flowers on Instagram or Facebook. You can find our website at locoflo.com. So it's LOCOFLO.com. And you can find us on the blog, vicariousflorist.com.
Yep. And if anyone is interested in starting to sell flowers to florists, Ellen has also an on-demand workshop with the Gardener's Workshop. Could you tell us just a little about that?
Sure. Our on-demand class is called Preparing to Sell to Florists. So if you are a beginner farmer or you've been farming for a while, but you want to try to sell to florists for the first time, this is a perfect class for you. This covers 3 specific things to get you ready to sell to florists. So how to find the right florist customer for you, because florists come in all different shapes and sizes. They do all different things, and finding the right one for you is super important. and then how to price for florists, which everybody has questions about pricing, and then how to create a really stellar availability list that will make florists buy your product. So we cover those 3 things. It's only a 2-hour course, so you can do it in one day. And I think it really sets people up for success by giving them confidence and some really concrete steps on how to get started.
Perfect. And we'll have links to all these things in the show notes. Thank you so much, Ellen, for being here. Everybody go put together your little kits and get ready for the holidays.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
All right.
Layne, and thank you, Ellen, and friends. Until we meet again. Ciao.
See you soon.
Bye.